Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow. Where are we? The Overtow, the Undertow, the Overflow room. Yeah, here we are. Okay, what have we got today? Ooh, we have a lot of stuff by a contemporary composer and one not so contemporary. The contemporary composer is Finnish composer Aulis Sallinen, who's really, really good. You can get all of his symphonies on CPO. He did a whole series of them. And his music is really, really, really interesting. Often textural, sometimes tonal, often tonal, but modern. And he works with like sound masses and things, and occasionally writes an absolutely gorgeous melody. But we'll take it one disc at a time here. We've got a bunch of them. First, there's this 2-disc set on Finlandia Warner Ultima, which no longer exists. His piece Shadows, which I love. Shadows is a piece that's based on music from the opera The King Goes Forth to France, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just beautiful, a wonderful, haunting tone poem with an exquisite melody in the middle of it and at the end again, and then it ends in darkness. It's really cool. I've talked about it before. I made a video about it. Actually, remember, I did a series of, name that tune videos, and this was one of them. And everybody was getting them all. And then I realized that, of course, a bunch of you knew them anyway. But aside from that, there's this program where you can put a clip in, and it automatically will tell you what it is, anything that's ever been recorded in the history of time. It'll tell you what work it is, which make the whole thing so disappointing. You can't really do that anymore. And then Symphonies 4 and 5. Number 5 is Washington Mosaics with the Helsinki Philharmonic. And then CD2 has the Sunrise Serenade, which is lovely, and his Cello Concerto, and some of his enlarged chamber works. Aspects of the Funeral March of Intriki Peltoniemi, I don't know, whatever. And Chamber Music 1 with the Finlandia Sinfonietta, and Chamber Music 3. These are all really interesting pieces that are really worth hearing. Salonen sort of, he didn't spend much time in Finland after a while. I think he moved to France, actually. I think he lived in Paris. And he's still around as far as I know, but he seems to have written himself out. He was born in 1935, and there hasn't been anything new in quite a while. He became famous because of his operas. As far as The Red Line and The Horseman and things like that. I mean, they really sort of initiated the birth of contemporary Finnish opera, that and Kokkonen's The Last Temptations. And they really are fine works. And so anyway, then we've got this thing on BIS, which has Symphony Number 6, which is from a New Zealand diary, and his Symphony Number 2, which is a symphonic dialogue for solo percussion player and orchestra. It's only 15 minutes long. And again, the Sunrise Serenade for 2 trumpets and orchestra. This is with the Malmö Symphony Orchestra under Aku Kammu on BIS. We've got a bunch of things on BIS. They did a bunch of Salonen recordings. Then this one, Sinfonia, which is this is really his first symphony. It's wonderful. And Chorali, which is one of his more famous early works. These are fascinating to listen to. They're texture pieces, but they use consonant harmonies as often as not, and they really are just wonderful. I'm doing this. This is what they are. They do this. Your hands move back and forth. No, they're wonderful exercises in texture and atmosphere and stuff. And then Sinfonia 3, which is his 3rd symphony, and Cadenza for solo violin, Elegy for Sebastian Knight for solo cello, and the String Quartet Number 3. He wrote some wonderful string quartets too, by the way. And this BIS recording has Symphony Number 4 and Washington Mosaics and Shadows. Oh, look, it's really one of the same programs that you find on this sucker. Yeah, Symphonies 4 and 5 and Shadows. Yeah, different people, but same program. And this is with the Malmö Symphony Orchestra under James DePriest. You got to hear Shadows. It's such a lovely work. 9 minutes long and totally fascinating. All right, what's this one? Oh, this is Dreams. Dreams. It's choral music. There we go, with the Tapiola Sinfonietta under Osmo Venska, before he became the Osmo. He was just then the other Osmo, the unknown Osmo. Eric Bergman, Dreams, Bengt Johansson, Paternoster, and Salonen's Vintern var hard, Winter was hard, which is only a minute and 36 seconds, and then his Suita Grammaticale, yeah. Then Radovara, his Agnus Dei, Meditatio super Agnum Dei, and his Alleluia from his Children's Mass, and Oli Cortecangas. Boy, it's like, oh, what's this? His piece is called 14A. Okay, whatever. It's the Tapiola Choir under Erkki Pohjola with the Tapiola Sinfonietta. It's an interesting disc. And what's this one? The string quartets, numbers 1 through 5, with the Sibelius Quartet. String quartet number 3 is some aspects of Peltoniemi Hinrichs Funeral March, which is the thing that got blown up for string orchestra, that other disc we were talking about. String quartet number 4 is subtitled Quiet Songs. Number 5 is Pieces of Mosaic with the Sibelius Quartet on Ondine. And let's see, what else have we got here? Oh, finally, yes, Kullervo, opera in 2 acts by Salonen. I have to confess, this opera disappointed me. We have Jorma Hönen baritone. It seemed to me to be very barren instrumentally. It's very bleak, very desolate. Textures are very thin. There are moments, like at the end, it's like this sort of immolation scene where it's beautifully scored and rich, and it just makes you miss what you've been listening to up to that point. I don't think this is one of his more successful pieces, and it's a shame because he wrote it for Jorma Hönen, and you expected, he sings it marvelously, and you expected that there would just be more music in it than there is, and I just felt that it was kind of, well, like I said, barren, unfortunately. And last but not least, we have, oh look, Antonio Salieri, going back a few billion years. This is actually a lovely disc of all kinds of weird stuff with the London Mozart players under Matthias Bammert. Matthias Bammert. We have the overture to Kubla Khan. Kublai, Grand Khan di Tartari, the Grand Khan of the Tartars. Only 3 minutes and 40 seconds to deal with Kubla Khan. The 26 variations on La Folia. Oh, this is wonderful. And then let's see, Angiolina, or the Matrimonia per Sussurro. Yeah, there's that one. The Sinfonia Veneziana, which is a little 3-movement jeu d'esprit. The overture to La Locandiera, and the Sinfonia Il Giorno Onomastico. Wow. And the overture to Falstaff. There we go. A lovely tribute to a much maligned operatic master, really. That's what he wrote, Salieri. But they're lovely works on Chandos. It's part of that series of early classical and not normal classical people that Matthias Bammert did with the London Mozart players. And that's it. And that's it for this little trip through the Overflow room, because Salonen had a good chunk of stuff dedicated to him. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me, and take care.